Hello, everyone. Welcome to the program. This is Folks Talk live on URTV. I am Alaji Onecho John Abuja. Let me begin by introducing my guest on the program today, Mr. Ede Cyrus. Mr. Cyrus, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Live on the program this morning, Mr. Cyrus is going to talk to us on the topic Difficulty is a Good Angel. Mr. Cyrus,
Yes, sir.
I would want you to begin by introducing the topic and giving us a brief talk about the whole thing, difficulty.
Okay. Difficulty is to me it is a sign of promotion. It's a sign of next level. If you want to do anything in life and you deserve an advancement, you must pass an exam. So difficulty are exams that we write in life for us to get to our next level. So it has a good intention towards us, not to make us have a bad time, live a bad life, but to have a better life and to become a better person. That's the intention of difficulty for us.
Go ahead.
All right. Now, before I proceed to details on difficulty is a good angel, I would like to share a brief quote by Wilcox, one of the great philosophers. They say that, "Have you mixed your aim well? The mark is still shining. Did you fail in the race? Well, take a breath for the next." That means if you attempt something and you didn't succeed, you have the opportunity of trying again as far as the life is there. So you don't need to give up. You have to keep pushing it ahead. Now let's look at the difficulty itself in details. Now, difficulty arises in ignorance and weakness, and they call for attainment of knowledge and acquisition of strength. Now, this difficulty does not contain in the situation. It is contained in your mentality, the way you think about the circumstance. That is where the problem is. Not understanding exactly how to deal with the situation. That's what makes it a difficult time for you. Now, let's look at a very practical scenario. For example, you have a 25-year-old adult who wants to cross a culvert on the road, and you also have a 4-year-old child to cross the same culvert. Now, to that 4-year-old child, that culvert by the roadside is a problem, it's a challenge, it's a difficult something for that child because the child does not understand how to cross it. In fact, the culvert itself is even taller than the child. But for an adult, a grown-up man, do not see that as a problem because he understands how to cross that culvert. So it's not a problem before him. So you cannot see that difficulty is not the situation, but our understanding. Inability to understand how to deal with the situation, make things difficult.
Sorry, before you proceed, don't look at it as being contradictory that you say difficult and you still call it angel.
Yes. Now, why I call it an angel is difficulty itself is a symptom of promotion. It's something that we human beings should be glad when we encounter because it is a sign that we are moving to the next level. Now, remember, from primary 1 to secondary school, we pass in exams. So you pass exams to go to the next level. So tough times, situations like that are the exams of life that we need to write to move to the next level in life. Because once you overcome some difficult times in life, you become wiser and it leads to a higher blessedness. Now, let's look at the issue of gold, for example. It's one of the most expensive jewelries, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, we all understand the process, the refining process. It went through a still of fire, right? But at the end of the day, it becomes the most expensive commodity. So for your life to become valuable, you must go through tests. And one thing that we must understand is that when we go through challenges and some difficult times in life, it's because we have some unused resources inside us that are lying idle and dormant, and they are crying for attention. Please make use of me. There are so many persons that they are not living their desired life today because they are not creative. But because of challenges of life, that will force them to think deeply and craft a niche for themselves. Now, I'll give you a practical scenario again. If you have a tea bag, for you to have the best of it, you have to put it in the hot water.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, you have to put it in the hot to get the best out of it. If the result you get with the cold water is not the same result with the one you get from the hot water. So these are things, when it comes, we human beings, we shouldn't feel bad. We shouldn't feel that, oh, it has come to the end of life.
That's what I was going to ask.
Okay.
Is it every difficulty that is an angel or some selective?
It's not selective. Every form of difficulty is an angel. Because what comes to you as a difficult situation might be different in my own case. So as we have different names, we're giving birth the same different days, we have our various names, so we have different destinies. So what will spoil into your destiny might not be the same thing for me.
Okay.
So every situation is an angel. Now, when the right understanding is acquired, difficulty fades away. So how do you vanish difficulty? It fades away by acquiring what? The right understanding. And the right understanding is acquired by right living. And when that is done, difficulty becomes fewer and perish and eventually vanish completely with time.
Okay. So from what you are saying,
Yes.
our mindset should be made up to accept difficulty at all times.
Yes. Because there are no mistakes in divine order of things. We should understand that God does not make mistakes. Whatever God does is always perfect. And I'll give you a situation. You don't know your tomorrow. You can have your plan, but God can create something that can alter what you have arranged on ground and tomorrow, but you don't know. Now, the difference between we human beings and God is this. Let's look at the scenario of a movie producer and no one who buys the movie to watch. The person who produced the movie knows what happens from the beginning to the end, right? But you who want to view the movie, even until you see that movie, you don't know the next thing, you don't know what happens in the movie. So God is like a producer in our lives, and we will like the movie ourselves. Until the next takes place in our life, we will not know what happened. And because God does not make mistakes, and everything that He does is always perfect, we should understand that whatever happens to us in this life, be it good or bad, is to make us a better person. So when we have that at the back of our mind, it will make us to think properly when we encounter challenges, so that we can provide solution to it. We don't waste energy.
Then, in order for being to have a good understanding of this, are you talking from philosophical perspective, religious perspective, or which perspective are you talking?
I'm not being religious here.
From which perspective are you talking?
I'm talking of from personal experiences and philosophical perspective. That is what I'm talking about. I'm speaking from my own personal experience. Now, when I have challenges, what I do, I don't waste energy. Do you know that when you have a problem that you feel you can't solve, you cry, you murmur, right? You complain, you weep, you gnash your teeth. You know that you're using energy. You are using energy. And there's no way that you do all these things and the solutions to the problem will be solved. It will wait for you. And you know that when you are doing all that, you know what the problem will tell you? You just put the hand on the cheek and be looking at you and be smiling. Hello, when you are done crying, please come and attend to me. I'm still waiting for you here. That's what the problem will tell you when you are crying and murmuring. Then when you are done, the problem is not solved. So the best way to do is when you have that, you have to think calmly, be calculative about it. This situation, this condition where I'm in, what is the way out of it? Think strategically, and in your quiet time, you get the solution to it. So in trying to think calmly and get a way out of it, you are using an energy. Worrying, murmuring, and complaining, you are using energy. So why not challenge this energy once and achieve result? And reserve the other energy for something more better instead of wasting it.
Okay. I think I've gotten this. Relate this to day-to-day life experience, please.
All right. Now, looking at today life experience, we've had cases in life where, someone who has been gainfully employed, right, lost his or her job and have no source of income again. Instead for that person to think, oh, what do I do now that this job is not there? I need to be creative. I have lots of entrepreneurial abilities within me. Let me see what I can do so I can earn money and become self-employed and be a business owner on my own. The person will start to worry and start crying, oh, I've lost my job. And still thinking that, oh, because he doesn't earn salaries anymore, the life has come to an end. So I'm trying to let people know that even when you find yourself in that kind of situation, look within yourself. There are a lot of things that you can do that can give you money.
Now, on the same lane,
Yes.
as you want to connect with your perspective,
All right.
what would you say about the men of God? I'm talking of prayer warriors from all the faiths, from the Islamic faith, Christian faith, African traditional religion, that talk about difficulty as being inflicted by the devil and can be taken care of by prayers.
On that, what I will say is it could be very controversial. We have different opinions about life, right? And I owe nobody apology for my own opinion, right? Now, as far as I'm concerned, problems, if you like pray from now till next year, right, for a particular problem to be solved, and it's not backed up with action, the problem remains there. Do you know that God is industrious? God is not lazy. God is hardworking. Right? Now, even from our various holy books, we're told that faith without work is dead. So when you believe and you pray for a particular miracle, the food just does not jump on your table. That contract will not come like that. The business will not start itself. So you need to put an action into place for it to work. What God will do for you is this. God does not bless anything. He doesn't bless nothing. He said, even in the book of Proverbs, he says something that he blesses the works of our hands. And any man or woman who is diligent in his skill, in his work, will sit with kings and not men. Right? Now, if you have nothing in your hand, what would God bless? So, if you have a skill, you have something to do, and you pray to God, God, I want to succeed, what will God do for you is to create an environment. It will command people, command events, create circumstances, create situations that will happen to make you meet something, or that something will lead to the other, for that your business or for what you are doing to be personalized and you have your desired life. That is how it is. But so many people get it wrong by putting everything on prayer. It can't just work like that. It works with what you heard. You must put an action, back your prayer with an action. So if you want to use only faith, pray from now to tomorrow, and the problem will be looking at you without an action, it will be solved.
Okay. Then, there's this angle before you go ahead. There's this angle I want us to still look at again. It means within your belief, difficulty cannot be caused. Somebody cannot cause difficulty for the other person.
Well, listen. Like I said earlier, there are no mistakes for divine order of things. Right? For example, maybe God wants someone to become an entrepreneur, to become a business owner. And you are not realizing that because you are having a job where you earn 100,000 or 200,000 monthly. And that is not God's plan for you. He might decide to take that job away from you so that you can tick well.
And that moment of taking away the job is
it's a difficult situation to you. But you don't know that it's a blessing in disguise. It's a teacher. Because if that job is there for you, you might not be able to be creative and have something to do on your own and become the better person that God has wanted you to become. So he will take that word for you. So you now have a difficult situation so that you can think well. You can think out of the box. And now I want to ask a question, maybe to some of the viewers out there who feel, things are hard, I don't have a job. Now I want to ask this question.
Okay.
For you to become someone in life, must you be a salary earner?
It's a rhetorical question.
You mustn't be a salary earner to become somebody in life.
Okay.
I want to share a practical story.
Okay.
Now, when I started my private company, Level Investment Limited, when I started, the only structure I have on ground was the idea. Of how the job is done. That was the only thing I have. I don't have the technical skill myself. I approached someone who one can be getting such contracts from. And I said, sir, we have a team that we can do this business. They say, wow, I would like to meet your team. And I now begin to look for experts, people who are good at that job. I put them together, we form a team. We'll get the job will be done, and in that process, I'll be learning. I earn, those people I work with, they also earn. At the end, every one of us, we're happy.
And the job is done.
The job is perfectly done. So that is one thing about life. Then I would want to proceed. Now, I say that difficulty is not contained primarily in the situation that gives rise to it, but in the mental states with which you regard the situation. And there are persons that, because they find themselves in a particular situation, they feel that, oh, had it been this thing would have been differently situated. No, it can't be differently situated. It's already the way it has been designed to be. There are no mistakes in divine order of things. Whatever happens to you in life is part of your story. So if it's not part of your story, you will not experience it at all. Then, what is the nature of difficulty itself? It is not the situation that is not truly understood in this facet, but it calls for development and exercise and deeper knowledge. And demanding expression and employment of your ideas and the latent power and the unused resources lying within you. But one thing that people don't understand, when we mention resources does not only relate to material wealth or money. Idea is part of the resource. Creativity is part of it. Now, if we look at people who are the most richest persons in the whole world today, it's the idea that took them to those places. They might not be that educated, but they employ good hands, professors. They employ, other inventors. Now, those people they employ, they are earning, and they are all making their own money big time. Now, if you have a problem, the only way to get out of it is look for a situation, a problem, a need that you can solve.
You let go of this one.
Exactly. Now, you see several other persons out there complain there's no money, things are difficult, things are hard for you. Now, which problem are you solving? Money that people are looking for today is a product of an activity. And that activity is needs met. When you meet a particular needs of people, they will pay you for it. So if you want to start making money, all you need to do is look around your environment. What is that thing that people need? What is the problem that people have that you can solve? Keep solving that problem and money will come. Yes. Now, you have your car, right? Why do you pay a mechanic who services your car? Because he offers a skill for you. Because he solves a particular problem in your car. Right? Now, and someone who doesn't know how to repair car, will you take your car to that person to repair? Because you only have answer to your problem.
Okay, now, briefly,
Yes.
what would you say to people that are going through difficulty that is almost leading them to depression at the current moment?
Right. So,
But there's someone out there, as we talk here,
exactly.
who's going through difficulty that is almost pushing him or her towards depression. What would you say to people?
Exactly. Now, I was about going there to discuss what to do when you are confronted with difficulty.
Okay.
But before I hit that, let me say this and let people know very well that without difficulties, there could be no next level. There is no promotion. There could be no progress. There could be no unfoldment. And there could be no evolution. And if there's no difficulty, there will be universal stagnation. And human being will lie in great ennui. They will perish in ennui. Because what? There's no way forward. Now, if life are usually smooth for you continuously, you are not progressing, There must be something that you solve to become wiser, and that which will eventually lead to a higher blessedness. And what I will say to all our viewers out there is that they should rejoice when they are confronted with problems and challenges, because no one is being confronted by a problem that is bigger than the person. Whatever problem that comes your way, you can solve it. All you need to do is to go calmly, make a calculated measures, and address it with wisdom, and you'll be out of it. Now, what to do when you are confronted with difficulty? And this is where we are going to know the intention of difficulty towards every human being on earth.
Okay.
Yes, difficulty has an intention. Just like you as a father, you have an intention for your child to become a great person. Maybe you want him to become a lawyer, become a medical doctor, become a chartered accountant, an engineer, right? You have these good plans for your child. Difficulty also coming into your life, he has a plan for you, he has an intention for you. The intention of difficulty towards you is not to destroy you, but to make you a better person. So be glad when you are faced with difficulty, because there are no mistakes in divine order of things. It is destined to be part of your life. Difficulty is a sign of promotion, is a sign of next level. And you cannot overcome difficulty by sitting down and weeping, worrying and gnashing your teeth. It's a waste of time, and it's not a wise thing to do. So all you need to do is to what? To sit down, be alert in your memory, and apply it with a logical thought and calm calculation, and you find a way out of the situation.
I think this is the much we can take on this for this morning, and I'm quite impressed from the angle you look at. I was thinking you're going to be scriptural, you're going to relate it to the Quran or Bible, but I think this has to do with more day-to-day life experience.
Yes, it's a day-to-day life experience. What we face, like as I told you, is from my own personal experience, right? This is one of the chapters in my book, The Right Mindset. There are a lot of things I discuss in that book that I want you to have the right mindset upon. So this is the kind of mindset I want people to have about difficulty.
All right.
So that the issue of people worrying and thinking because they have a particular problem to the point of committing suicide should not exist.
Great. Viewers out there, this is the much you can take on this program this morning from the stations of URTV. Like I told you earlier before now in the editorial, URTV have resumed full upgraded operation. This is Folk Talk. On every Monday morning, we shall be having guests here in the studio who will talk to us on tropical and life-changing programs and topics like this. And Mr. Ede Cyrus,
Yes.
you've been wonderful on this, and we hope to see you again
Thank
on
you so much.
URTV Folk Talk.
I'll always be available anytime you ask me wants me to be here.
Thank you very much. And probably you might be speaking in Igala language on the next program.
No problem.
Can you take that?
Yes, I can take that.
Good. That's wonderful. Then keep with date with us tomorrow morning on Tuesday. We are going to have political panorama. On Wednesday, it's going to be business today. Thursday, we are going to have sports update. Friday is going to be Islam half hour. Saturday is going to be people, culture, and entertainment. Then Sunday, Christian half hour. Tomorrow, we are going to have Honorable Aduku Ojodali, who will talk to us on the political panorama. Then on business today, we are going to have Ute, Miss Victoria Ute of Igala Kitchen. She'll talk to us on business today. Then sports update. Mr. Mark Acheneje will be here to talk to us on sports update. Then on Islam half hour, we are going to have His Eminence Sheikh Abubakar Sadiq here on Friday to talk to us on Islam half hour. Then Saturday, Thompson Makolo Jr., a Nollywood actor, a renowned name in Igala film industry, will be here to talk to us about entertainment. And finally, perhaps most importantly, Reverend Father Agbenyi will be here on Sunday by 5 p.m., not 10 a.m., because by 10 a.m. in the morning, people should still be in the church. Then we shifted that to 5 p.m. Until then, I remain yours, Alhaji Onechojo from the station of URTV. And my guest here today, Mr. Ede Cyrus. You are welcome.
Thank
It's a
you.
pleasure
It's a
having you.
pleasure to meet you.
Do have a wonderful day ahead. Hope to see you again tomorrow morning by 10 o'clock. Thank you.